Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Angelika's Journal. Today, we are going to look at the final results in my room. I think I have everything pretty much done now. There may be one or two more tweaks, but I'm going to show you the entrance to start. And so, right up here, I have a hook, and I have my these are just cotton strips to put on journals. And then there's the one I had done for Valentine's, I think last year. It's a lace with some yarn weaved through it. And then those are all the safety pins my mom had. And a few decorative. Oh, I love my boho stocking. It has pom-poms on it. I love this thing. Hopefully you saw that. I didn't get in the way of the camera. So that's the first thing you see. That's actually a sash from, I don't know, a dress or an outfit my mom had. It was in her junk drawer when we packed up her apartment, and I'm like, I can just let it dangle. And that's what I've been doing for the last, it's been 9 years now. Anyways, moving on. And then over here, you can see I still have those things to put for my YouTube channel. That's where I keep track. And that's just some ideas and stuff like that. Down below there is my bin of wood pieces. And then that's the embroidery. My printer sits on top of it because I don't do those two things very often. And my desk. And I will pause you while I go behind the door. So here we are behind the bedroom door. You remember that is all the playlists. I put information that I shared on those playlists in there. There's also some other papers in there, like ideas and stuff. And then here's my bulletin board behind the door. That's my mom. Right up there, Quebec, a license plate. That's actually a license plate for bicycles, because I guess she had to have a license plate for her bike. I guess if you bike on the street, you got to have a license plate. If you, well, I don't know where else you'd bike. But anyways, and there's my calendar. I flipped it around. That right there is my calendar with personal stuff on it. You know, appointments and birthdays and, stuff like that. And there are some trinkets. This one here, where is it? That there is actually a necklace my mom had. It's an Egyptian necklace. Her husband was Egyptian. And I don't like it. I think it's too big and cluttered, like too big and like overwhelming to wear it as a necklace, but I love it as a wall hanging. So I have it there hanging. And then over here, I have all my ribbons. I used to only have 2 of those white shelves for the ribbons, and I bought 2 more. They're only like $15 at IKEA, at least here where I live in Canada. So I got 2 more, and that's all my ribbon. And as you can see, I have some just clipped on. Like, these are smaller pieces that I was going to use. I ended up not using. And then those you buy just like, I don't know, a meter of it. And they put them on the cards. Like, they sell them like that. This is the trim I had bought because my favorite black jeans had gotten tight on me. Now, this was back in 2018, 2019, before COVID. So I wanted to use this to add 1/2 inch on either side of my pants, sort of like a stripe down the leg. So I had bought that and never got to it. I still want to do it. And then there's Christmas ribbon up there on the top. Up there, that's mostly Christmas. Some of it, like the music, you can use year round or the red. But it's mostly the Christmas stuff. And then I have my metal rulers here. 3 of them are here. And then I have the smallest one on my desk right here. So there's actually 4, a 6-inch, a 12-inch, I believe that's a 15-inch, and then a 24-inch. The 24-inch, I needed for my 12 by 12 paper to cut it from corner to corner. I needed that one. And then the 6 and 12, I think I've had for years. I actually think one of them, oh no, it's a 15. Yeah, the 15 and the 6 I've had for years. It's actually, the cork is coming off the back. The 12, I must have bought just, I don't know, in the last maybe 3 years. So it's always good to have different sizes, right? Whoops, I did it again, didn't I? Well, there's the ruler. 24-inch, 15-inch, 12-inch, and on my desk is the 6-inch. Because I use the 6-inch, you know, all the time. All right, so now we're going to go up on top here. All along there. All right. So now, these are the stamps, I believe. No, these are the stencils. So these must be stamps. Yeah. So this, I had put the bulk of my stencils and stamps, I had put in these binders. These are really, really good quality binders. They have the rubber, it's rubber, so they last longer. They're more durable, more heavy duty. So this is stencils, this is stamps. These are more stamps that I have, including the box of alphabets. See, these are wooden stamps. There's a whole bunch. And then this is a stamp cleaner I bought. These are my punches. Another pair of glasses if I misplace this one. This holds the pages down in the journal when you are working on decorating pages. It's a weighted thing. All right, then these are my inkers to add color to your pages. And I try and do the ink, the brown ink on the brown dauber. And then like the green ink is on the green dauber, things like that. I try. And then my paintbrushes, that's, oh, the speaker. This is my cardstock that is smaller than an 8.5 by 11. And it looks like I lie. What is this? This is probably 8.5 by 11. But originally these were 12 by 12 sheets. So that's probably why I put them in there. These are, it looks like they're 8.5 by 11. And they're cardstock. But normally in here is anything smaller than an 8.5 by 11. And then here it says paper. So any paper that's smaller than 8.5 by 11. Which again, I lie because there are a couple of bigger sheets in here. But I'm assuming I didn't have a place to put it, because my 8.5 by 11 is all put away according to how I bought them, right? So like all the accounting paper, sorry, I have my headset thing and I have the extension on it and it's all tangled in my chair. So I'm trying to untangle it, because I have a extension cord on my headset. All right. Yeah, see, accounting sheets would be in one file. Graph paper would be in one. Adventure letter paper, writing letter, like to write a letter. It would be in another file. So everything is, each file has, one thing. And so because these were just cut down 12 by 12s, that's probably why I stuck them in here. So cardstock and paper. Then that's all across the top. So now we'll go down to the next level. We might be able to get it all. All right. So now this is tags that are ready to go. Here's some little peekaboo doors, ephemera, I guess you could say. There's some more here in the back that are somewhat done, but I'm sure a lot of these you can add more decoration to them. They're not complete, they're started. These are the playing cards and tags from your clothing and the little booklets I made with them. There should be a video on my junk journal playlist where I make these. These are some more tags, including some I punched out myself because I have the tag punch. Oh, this one I had cut myself and I thought it was too wide, but it still can be used. And then what's this? Oh, then these are store-bought. So you can buy them like that. My mom actually had these. I didn't even buy them. It's amazing the stuff that my mom and I collect. All right, now this is ephemera cards I made masterboard of. There should be a video on my junk journal playlist on it. They just need to be customized to whatever journal they go in. Then these are just more cards that I did the two sides, rounded the corners, and just got them ready to start decorating. I prepped a lot of stuff, so now it's a matter of actually doing it. Q-tips in case I need to get some ink off, or if I want to apply just, I don't know, if I want to, yeah, and to color. And then down here, this is the journal, my very first one that I started, but everything inside, other than the pockets that I attached, and the tabs, and this, anything that's glued down is still in here. Anything that was in the pockets, I had pulled out. Now, what I want to use this for is words. So I started on my computer for size 12. You know what I mean? Like, I just add to it. There are different sizes. Now, this is just on white paper. When I actually go to print it, this is like just to keep track and to have all the words ready on my program. But when I actually go to print it, I will actually use either colored paper, or I will use coffee dyed paper, or I could even use this paper and just coffee dye it, or, you know, like I don't know, decorate around it, leave the white background, just add more decorations to it, the washi tape and butterflies and whatever, just to have it busier. You know what I mean? So anyways, I want to keep track of that in this journal. This is going to be, because this is my first journal, I'm going to use it for ideas and words and sayings and quotes and stuff like that. So that's what I decided, because I don't use, like, I will eventually start using journals, but I don't really use journals. I like them for like photographs, or another one, like for me to document, like I have an agenda, like a journal book that I bought in the store, and like I can go a whole month without doing any entries, and then I'll start the entries again. And then I love my wall calendar, but I don't know, it's just in your face. So I may eventually do that kind of calendar like this. You know how I do for my channel. I don't know if I'm still going to be getting these in the mail because we don't live at the house anymore. But to do something like this and then have enough room for each day, maybe do 1 week at a time, and then I can write in it like a journal. If I skip a month, oh well. The stuff I have on the wall, I can enter in it. I can have everything in here. That when we go grocery shopping, how much we spend on groceries. When we go buy things, when we go out for dinner, how much we spend. Like, I can put everything in it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So anyways, this is not big enough to be able to do that. So I'm going to use this for keeping track of things to do journals, because I think at the end of the day, when all is said and done, that is going to be the one constant in my life. I love doing them. I miss doing them. And so, yeah, this is probably going to be like gardening. I may give up. Houseplants, well, you can only say so much about houseplants. We don't go adventuring that much right now. You know, like this is the one constant that puts a smile on my face and makes me happy. So here I've got the envelope pockets that I made. There's a whole bunch of them there. I just grabbed a handful. Then you have these that I made. You know, where you have a pocket here and a pocket here. This I only glued on the bottom because then you can put a bigger ephemera card. And then this is for a little one. I did a whole bunch of these. Just check my junk journal playlist. It should be in there. And then I made some like this type that can technically be a book. You know what I mean? And then you can put the book in with your, in your pockets. You just gotta, I'm gonna have to make them a little smaller to fit, I think. I'll measure it when the time comes. Then I made some like this. So this goes around the page, and then you have a pocket here, and you have a pocket here, and then you can either leave this side open or the top open and have another pocket. And then this on the other side of the page, you can just glue the top and bottom, and that can be a kind of like a tuck. And then there's this one where you have multiples. These are all pockets. And then, of course, this one would be a pocket because there's no wrap around the page. Then there's this one with just one pocket. And then this one would be another one behind. Like, I made a whole bunch of these. So that's in there. Oh, this, I was playing around with this. And I think I have finally figured out, this is just strips of washi tape, because I wasn't too crazy about this washi tape. It's very bold and out there. And so what I decided was I got to figure out a way to decorate them. This one's not bad. I like that one. But it's still really bright. And yes, I do like to do them bright. I love color. But I don't know, this is just in my face. So I figured out a way I can decorate it to dye it down a bit. So that's coming. Oh, there's a whole bunch in here. Okay, so that's that. And that's this section. Then we'll go, of course, my laptop. And as you can see, I don't know, can you see? Not really. Well, kind of. It doesn't show her name. I'm watching Gail Agostinelli. She does junk journaling. And, oh, I love her videos. She does an amazing job. All right, so now we're going to be more over there. So over here is index cards, to-do lists, skippo cards. Anytime I collect my seed things, packages, I try and cut off the top, and then I keep them for the journals. I got Sudoku, index, smaller index cards, receipt book, two different kinds of receipt book. One for sales and one for, I guess it's a receipt for when you pay. It used to be for when you pay your rent. But I guess when you give someone cash money. And then over here, there's a message notebook. Oh, this is the bunch of that vellum. I still not sure how to use the vellum. And then these, I had bought it in booklets like last year, and I still struggle to use them. And then this is what's left over from my granddaughter's Forest Fairy journal, which I still have to finish. And then there's more of these store-bought ephemera. These kind of things. And they're just store-bought. You know, report card. That's a receipt. Agriculture. There's a butterfly number 34, or dragonfly number 34. And then there are cutouts from those books I had gotten. I cut out advertisement, a guy's face. That's the Queen Elizabeth's mother, Queen Victoria. And then mechanical, there's a lot of mechanical in it. So, yeah, there's more faces. I just cut them out of the book. Oh, there's even a joke with an elephant. CPR. Oops, I forgot to turn my ringer off. CPR. So that's another one. Here, let me just turn that off. Down, volume, off. We don't want to hear those beeps. Okay, and then this is my little cutting. Whoops, I keep doing that. So this is my cutter, and then this is when I cut paper. This protects my desk. And then I have another cutter over here. The piece is it's under here in those baskets because it kept falling off. And then this is the one that you score. It also cuts. And then my big guillotine. So that's that one. And then down here, these are the paper, like not white, the older book pages, the trims that I cut off. Plus I have some colored paper ones too thrown in. And this is for the tabs on that accordion in my filing cabinet, which I have not labeled them. And then there's some more book pages here and some more of those from the books I bought, the antique books. So that's just like paper with writing or blank paper that I can stamp numbers on. And then in here, I got more cutouts from those books I bought. Happy holidays. See, when you get a Christmas card or a birthday card, you can keep them and decorate them and reuse them, upcycle them. Here's another one. Look at that, how pretty. That was a card too. So we're going to reuse them. This was a printout I made because my ex, the girls' father, he's Hungarian. And his mom used to have all kinds of tapestries with this Hungarian pattern. And because it's so colorful, I love it. It's beautiful. So I printed it online. I'm trying to find a way of getting a full-size sheet that's not blurred. Like the more you pull out to take to do the print, the more fuzzy it gets. So I'm trying to figure out how to do that. I want a whole page of it. And then here's from another card. They're all things you can use. Here's mostly cutouts from those old books. There's some of see that one I made. These are almost done. I could say they're almost done. They just need little touch-ups and then they're done. And then this one I think is even done. Mom, Dad, family, the family tree. See, some of these got damaged from the move, so I'm going to have to, yeah, so these are supposed to be tags, but they need a cardstock backing to make them more stable. Yeah, so, and then I have my punches. I had done a bunch of them. They're not quite done, but they're close. Yeah, so that's, anyway, so those are all for the journal. So those need to be done on there. Some of it is pretty much done. And then this is the same. So this technically should be on that top shelf. And then these two and that bottom one are the stuff to use in order to make something for the journal. Or like those pockets, they need to be decorated. All right, and then over here, I'll bring you down this way now. And this is pretty much the last busy space. I know it's already half an hour. Actually, I'm going to move you over so I can get my chair out of the way. But there's not much left after the corner. There's the two dressers, which is pretty self-explanatory. You know, once I open the drawer, it's like, oh, okay. So now over here, we are at this part. So I already said about my cutters. This is my exercise binder. These are the clipboard with some paper, address, health stuff, extra supplies, magazines, loose leaf paper. These are basically the stuff if I need to make a booklet of something. These are page dividers. Here I have some maps, which these I do not want to get rid of. This is, so there's a country cottage and there's a van conversion because I still want to you know, like have a converted van that I convert myself, like a no build, and then go on the road and travel. That's when I turn 65 in 3 years. So I have ideas for that. And then Trans-Canada trip. There's the idea there. This is bookkeeping, flipping houses, real estate. Okay, so now I guess we can go up. Oh, there's the filing cabinet. So I moved my filing cabinet when I rearranged the room. And so the filing cabinet is there. So when I open it, my papers are all here. Whoops. And then on the bottom drawer is my mom and my personal stuff, which I don't go into very often. Maybe, I don't know, 6 times a year. I'm just trying to put this all back the way it was. Yeah, so I don't need the bottom drawer, so I just put my garbage can in front of it. If I need to go in this drawer, I can slide the garbage can away. And that drawer you guys already saw on my previous video when I was getting rid of those black plastic shelves, the resin shelves. You would have seen that already. So I'm not going to go through the drawer. There's my chocolate. And as you can see, there's Mentos, Bounty, Arrow. But there's not a whole lot. And this will last me like, I don't know, close to a month, almost a month. So that's that. And then over here, we will go up here now. Yeah, so right there. Up here is, these are the covers from those old books that I took out the pages. These are little booklets that I want to make into mini journals to give to friends and family. The old pages are in here, all the old pages. There's the chipboard. if I was thinking at one point when I make the journal cover to have a pouch on the back side, and then you put a chipboard in it so that when they write in their journal, they can put the chipboard behind it and they can write on their page. And that way, if there's too many things stuffed in pockets, they're not going to have to go over bumps. They'll use the chipboard. You know what I mean? So that's why I got that. Sparkly paper. These are the journals I have to do. I just stuck in some butterflies that I got from my daughter, one of my daughters. But there's Claire, Christopher, Valerie, Scott, my mom, and me. So that's that. Those are the ones I have to do. And when these are done, I'll make another 6 covers and I'll stick them in there. Think of a theme, you know what I mean? And then I'll have a new 6 to do. This is just books that I bought. It was on special for back to school. Just lined paper. It's good for ideas, or when I finish my other ones, I can start using those. This is my fussy cutting bin. If you remember back before all this move and everything happened, I had a bunch of things in here that I had printed online and that I had to cut from people's websites and things like that. Things I liked, I printed, and so I have to cut them all out now so that I can put it in those bins and start using it. And then in this one, magazine, things I tore out of magazines. And there's a picture my granddaughter made me. So that has to be also figured out. And then this one is also magazines. And then, oh, this was because I wanted to photocopy it. And then if I can, get rid of my keto journal and the 90-day low carb and just have, or I can cut the flowers out, put it on here, and then I can have dotted pages and I can have floral dotted pages. So that was the goal for that. And on my to-do list paper, they have these flowers, so I fussy cutted it out. Actually, I think that was 2 nights ago or last night. I was watching some videos and I was cutting out. So that's what I do most of my fussy cutting. And then here I have my liquid pearls. I've got the Post-its, and they do have sticky strip on the top. Here is just some lined paper that I had in a little notebook. I pulled them all out. Then I have more Post-its in the back. Oh, if I can get it. Why don't I just pull the whole thing out? There, the little Post-its. And then I have these. My mom used to have this square plastic box that these papers were in, where you would leave this by the phone back in the day when everybody had landlines. And so you would leave this by the phone. So if you have to write down a message or you have to remember something, they would be in the box, and then you would just pull out a sheet and there was a pen attached to the side of it and you would write on it. So I figure I don't want the box. This is from my mom too. My mom had this for her gravy packets and spices. But anyway, so I just put that stuff in there with that. And then I made this. When I did my curtains up here with those pom-poms, I had made 2 extra blue and 2 extra yellow just by accident. And so I decided, oh, what happens if I put them all together? And then I'm like, oh, that'll dust my keyboard. So I use that as my keyboard duster. So that's there. This is a wood carving set, and I'm not going to go into that. Maps that I'm not keeping that can be used for journals. These are strips when you cut paper, when you're doing a project and you cut paper. Just want to make sure that we are in camera. Okay. So this one was from my granddaughter's fairy journal. The bigger ones, now there are bigger ones on the bottom, like look how wide these are. They're pretty wide, they're like 3 inches. It's because when I made my first journal, I had used 12 by 12 paper, and I left it 12 inches one way, but then the other way I cut off 3 inches. So that 3-inch strip, I kept them, and they're in here, along with all kinds of other strips from other ones that I had. And these can be used on the side of a page, right, as a border. So I keep that in there. So I know, long box, it's the strips. All right, and then down below, where the rolling pin is there, that bin, that yellow bin, is everything for making my own paper. Oh, I found some more bottles. That's where they ended up. I knew I had more bottles. I'll leave them there so I see them. So there's burlap in here. There's bubble wrap. There's corrugated cardboard. There's the material that my mom used for her dress. Because it has a texture on it, I want to try and use that. Anything with a texture. So I put it in here, and I can try it out when I do that. Oh, there's this little scrub. Okay, this is so funny. I ordered a scrubby board, you know, to when you have rags that are stained, or towels, or your clothes is stained. You have this texture to scrub on, right? Like a washboard. But I was thinking of those old style washboards that is like the wave glass with the wood around the edge. And then I think they went to metal, or before the glass it was metal. I'm not sure. But that's what I was thinking about, and that they had it in plastic, and I was okay with that. But I'm thinking like this size, right? Like the normal washboard sizes. And I'm like, what? It's only like $2 or $2.50 or something, $3. And I'm like, well, that's pretty cheap. I guess when you mass make them, you can make them pretty cheap. Plus it was from China, so I'm figuring, oh, well, they do have everything cheap, right? I get it in the mail. It's like 3-inch by 6-inch. Tiny little mini. That was not what I wanted. So anyways, I could still use it and just focus on the spot only and move the material around. But I decided these are ridges. See, they're zigzag, they're ridges. So I was thinking I could use it for making paper, more patterns, more different styles, right? Just like bubble wrap and corrugated cardboard straight. This is kind of curved. Plus they have the zigzag, whereas the other one doesn't. Anyways, so one day we'll see how all that pans out. And the rolling pin is, why did I want the rolling pin? There was a purpose for the rolling pin being in here. I have to watch the saved videos under my junk journal playlist on my personal channel. I save the ones that they do something that I want to do. And the rolling pin is one of them. So I'll have to go back and look. Anyways, I have cornstarch here because you can take paint and add cornstarch and make it like plaster of Paris. There's a video I have on that too. No, I didn't make the video. I saved a video of somebody doing it on my personal YouTube channel. Like I don't post on that channel. I just watch. And then I have my Angelika's journal, which is where I post my videos. Anyways, so then this is all my glues. And then these are some cutting boards that I can use for sewing, or I could use them for journaling too. They never go to waste. All right, and then here is some photo paper, but it's the 4x6 matte photo paper, laser labels. Labels is for when Scott and I go to those events. More labels, more labels. Business cards. I want to design my own business card. And then these two binders on the bottom is medical. When my one daughter went to school to become a nurse's assistant, she had to learn a bunch of that stuff and medical stuff. And in the process, they also learned about dementia, and my mom has dementia. So I kept that when I need to refer back to it. All right, now we're over here. Maybe I can go down a bit. Yeah, there we go. All right, so I know the camera only goes to here, but above it, there's the baby wipes. And then there's that Canon Ivy that I showed you on the previous video. I just store it here on top. And this is my label maker, my brother label maker. This is small embellishments that you can add to your work, stickers, because these you add to your work. They're not on their own. And then this is a bunch of cutouts I have, and I have some lace, like paper doilies, some I coffee dyed. And then I have these that businesses use to say, oh, it's on special, come inside, come by. Well, I figure I could use that for the journals also. And then these are supersized alphabets. And it's all sparkly. So I got a set in blue and I have a set in gold. So they're just, not letters that you use randomly in your journals. Now this is more stickers. The smaller ones are in here, the loose ones. And then I have tons and tons of stickers in here from the dollar store. There's also the beads that you can stick. And then there's some booklets I had gotten. This is just plastic bags that I upcycle. I don't throw them away. If I don't need them anymore, I throw them in there. Like these. You know what I mean? Like, if I don't do this anymore, then, or I have a different container to put the cutouts in instead of this bin, well, then those bags will go in here. Even if they have writing on it, doesn't matter. So here are all my pencils, my colored pencils, my Sharpies, more Sharpies, chalk pens, micron pen, it's for drawing, gold, silver, white. These are the Posca pens. These are regular pens, pencils, highlighters, and then my 2 sets of markers. There's 2 different kinds in here. There's that one and there's that one. This one is a Stadler. And this one, I don't know. It's probably a cheap dollar store one. I don't know. Anyway, so that's that. Pencil sharpener for the pencils. A backup in case the battery's dead. Okay, so now I'm going to pause you. I'm going to take you down a level so you can see floor level. Because the only other thing over there is I have the inspirational picture here. That's for my jewelry making, wood glue, another sharpener, Velcro straps that you get when you buy mattresses at IKEA. I keep them because, yeah, you never know when you need them. I think I have like 6 of them. Or no, I think I kept 2 and I gave Scott the other 4. These are knives for cutting my paper when you want a different kind of edge. You want it the ripped look. Silicone spatula. I've got 2 of them, a blue and a pink. Therefore, when you're using glue on lace so you don't get it all over your fingers. Paint stir stick. I don't know, because. Then I put a whole bunch of butterflies on this hanger that I deformed. Used the clips. This is tilt tape. not till tape, they're calculator tape. I used to have a calculator, and I had bought a whole box of calculator tape because I used my calculator all the time. And then the phones started having calculators on the phones. And I'm like, no, I don't want to get rid of it. I don't want to get rid of it. And I think it took me another year. And then finally I got rid of it, but I still have all the tape. So as they turn color, so the brownish ones, the ones that are turning color are on top. And then the ones that are still pretty white are on the bottom. So I'm hoping that by the time I use up these guys will be then that color too. And over here, there was something I forgot to show you. Next to my fussy cutting. Blue bin. Yeah, that'll work. Right here next to my fussy cutting bin, I do have these coloring watercolor markers. And then these are the King Art mixed media gel sticks. I think they're pastel or acrylic. I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, I have that. I should have left the label in here. Oh well. All right. So now we've done that. Okay, down on the floor here. This is the household paint that I'm going to be using up and getting rid of. The white is in there. I was able to empty that container, and then I put all the paints in there. The white one used to be floating around on the floor. And then this is all the tarp and the drop cloth and some dollar store shot glasses, but they're not glass, they're plastic, to elevate your project so that if the paint runs, it's not going to, stick to the surface. Some rollers, some paintbrushes, the bigger, the like 2-inch and paintbrushes, 1, 2, maybe 3. I might have gotten rid of the big ones. So that's what that is. It works with the paints, right? So I leave it together. Wrapping paper, peel and stick wallpaper. This is the wallpaper with the paste, so you just make it wet and it sticks. This I kept because of the texture. I figure I can somehow with that yellow bin of textured things for paint, I figure I could maybe do this somehow, play around with it and have paint and then have the stripes in the paint. Peel and stick wallpaper, shelving paper, also peel and stick. This is shelf liners. They're the paper ones. Wrapping paper. Half of this is Christmas. The other half is other random ones that came across my desk. Yeah, and then the princess one, of course, we bought for presents because I have 2 granddaughters, so they love their princess. Well, the oldest one, not it so much anymore. Anyway, so that's that. And then underneath, okay, I'm going to lower you. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Underneath this table, down on my knees, whether my knees like it or not. All right, so back here, this green bin. Now, if you remember, I used to have 2 green bins down here. I don't anymore because the other green one, I flipped it over and I use it for the air conditioner platform because we got rid of the wooden folding table that was under it. So anyways, the other green one's gone. This green one's still here. It has the paper bags, the Amazon packaging, pasta box, cereal box, mailers. I ended up adding birthday present bags is there also. So that's all the stuff that I use in order to be able to make all that stuff. And then in here is the 12 by 12 cardstock. It's what used to be in the other green bin. I found a box to put it in, and so now the other green bin is gone and it's in a box. But eventually I do want to put this somewhere else, because you know what? I think I'll always have 12 by 12s. So I may just keep these 4, or maybe I'll just keep 2, one for paper, one for cardstock. I don't know where the future is going with this, but it is something I probably never will get rid of because they have such pretty paper. But I do need to find a different way to store it. I'd love to put it in one of these wooden crates, but we'll see in the future. For now, it's under here. Oh, and then this is the new stuff I bought, whoops, from Dollarama. Maybe I'll do a video on this. This is all the stuff I bought from Dollarama that I'm going to be using to make my own paper and to make my own ephemera, like the background. Anyways, I'll show you that another day. And then in between these 2 blue bins, the wrapping paper bin, which is a recycling bin, and then that basket, I have 2 wooden cutting boards. These were both from my mom. This one actually has the handle, which tells me she took it from one of her previous apartments. That's what happens with dementia. Even before you're diagnosed, you're gonna have moments. So I suspect she brought this back from out east, from Montreal. So sorry, anybody out there who's missing a drawer cutting board. And then this one she also had, but this looks like a store-bought cutting board. Maybe somebody gave it to her. But anyway, so they're there now. Paper towels. The only reason we use paper towels in this house is for crafting. And then this is the aloe shea butter cream project. I got my containers with the labels. The only thing is I have to find out how long the shea butter is good for. And the vitamin C, I don't know. Oh, expires May 2024. So, yeah. And then the vitamin E probably expired too. Yeah, it expired too. Where's that? Oh no, best before, yeah. So, good thing this stuff, the cheesecloth, doesn't expire. This doesn't have an expiry date. That's why I have to look it up. It says 24-month shelf life, but I don't know when I purchased it. So, anyways, that's a future project. This you've already seen. So now we will go over here. I'm just going to walk around on my knees. All right, so under here, okay, center you on the black one. Okay, so under here, because this does not have drawers, I use these baskets. This one has my glasses, those tabs, my mathematical instruments, extra blades for one knife and extra blades for the other knife. Mostly glasses, magnifying glasses, souvenir stuff. This one has this box, which has my brads, the journaling one, plus the normal office ones. I have push pins, the ones that stick out, the flat ones, and the flag ones, paper clips, which don't need to be here, but they are. This is another kind that I thought would be nice for journaling. Then all the blades for all my cutters, my hole punch, a couple of plastic rulers. These are the clamps for when I put together a journal before I stitch the 3 holes. I hold the pages to the cover with these clips, clamps, whatever you call them. These are corners. I haven't used them yet. These are bulb safety pins, bulb shaped ones. This is, this is for a key rings kind of thing, but I actually use it. It's these things. Well, of course I'm going to drop it. I'm all thumbs. This thing. And then this turns, and there's this. And then it comes with rings. I think I've used, I have one ring left. So you would put the ring on here. And then, or if you're doing it on journals, you could just put the dangle on here. And then you would put it onto one of those grommets. The grommet that you would put on the journal binding on the top. And then you would clip this on. And then you would hang a bunch of bead dangles on it. So that's what that is. I need to get more though. I only have one left. They're not expensive. Okay, then come back to your black thing. There we go. This is my standard office drawer. Can you see all that? Yeah, you can. Tape, staples, paper clips, clamps, 2-size paper clips, whiteout, ink for the printer, staple remover. I have a couple of stamps, 3 of them. Scotch tape, Stadler eraser, standard office drawer. And then the next one is my ink, both the craft ink and the distressed ink, and then things to use it with. And then I do have these for the stamps. And they're all in here. And then the last one is tools. So they're the scissors with the different patterns. My 2 staplers are in here, the 2 different sizes. I have this tag hole punch. See, it does the rectangular. This is for the grommet. I have another one for the grommet. And then this one's a hole maker. And then these 2, my mom had, they're 2 different sizes of hole maker. And then that's a 3rd size. That's smaller than those 2. And so that's just tools. Tools for the craft. Ooh. Okay, then down below, I'm not going to pull everything out. Well, I'll show you the container it's in, but all right, so 1, 2, oh, not easy on my knees, and 3. Okay, so now I will lower you. Okay, this is all the family photos. These are negatives my mom had along with film that has not been developed. Supposedly, this is a reel of my sweet 16 birthday. I don't know. I don't have a device to use it. So I want to take all this to a photo place and have them clean it up for me where I can actually see it or use it. These are the family photos. These are the albums. Yeah. So this is another, I want to do these scrapbooks. There's 2, a pink, a purple, and 2 black and white ones. I want to do a family album with the history because both my parents come from different countries. They weren't born in Canada, so I'd like to do a little history in it too. This is right now all my CDs. I will be going through them, getting rid of a bunch of them because my paper bags and my Amazon packaging and the mailers and all that used to be in there. I'd like to put them back in there so I have more room under the table. But I got to go through those CDs first. And that is in the blue suitcase, which is my mom's old suitcase. It actually has an address in Sharpie written on the inside cover. I think it's on the cover. That has an address from Montreal. So that came from Montreal. And then over there, that blue Rubbermaid container back there has all my electronics, my old laptop, my tablets, my, for in the winter, so you don't get seasonal depression. There is a light box you can get. I have that in there. Yeah, just a bunch of electronics. The boxes for all these phones. Yeah, and a bunch of other stuff. Chargers and wires, and yeah, they're all in that Rubbermaid container. So now I will push them all back into place. They're all on the bottom in the back because they're big containers. They're easy to pull out, and they're not things I pull out all the time. I think the most common is the electronic one, and that has a Rubbermaid handle, so that is easy. The photos, I'm not ready to do those scrapbooks yet, and the CDs, well, I also use this as a footrest. So when I'm sitting here, because my knees bump into this, when I'm watching a video and I'm not doing anything with my hands, I will sit back in my office chair and I'll put my feet on here. It's more relaxing to watch the video. I'd like to get the TV hooked up onto my laptop. I know there's an app and it's pretty simple, straightforward. I had it before, but I don't know. I'll get there. We just moved here. And then this is sort of like my junk drawer. So I have my, can you see in there? Yeah, you can. These are the binders that I scribble in ideas and thoughts, and you know, when I want to get my butt in order, I'm procrastinating, or I'm getting lazy. You know, just scribbles. This is my journal. The store-bought one I was talking about earlier. So I haven't entered since June 1st, and that was because of the move. So, and then I have my receipts in there too, so I can keep track of what I'm spending. This is just, I don't know where to put it. And then underneath is a bunch of paper stuff that I have to go through. And then some more books here. This book I really love. Little Book of Hygge, whatever. The Danish Way to Live Well. From the Happiness Research Institute in Copenhagen. I love this book. Not only do I love the color, but also I love reading it. I'll just pick a random section and I'll just read it. You know, it's about living healthy and happy, and yeah. Oh, I love it. Okay, and then on this side is just, I'm not even going to show it to you. It's just twine and rope and burlap, just stuff like that. And that's on this side. And then my feet go in the middle. They're both IKEA totes that go in the calyx, but I don't need those two in the calyx. So I figure, I'll just use them here. And because they're soft, if I need to push on it, I can. Yeah. And okay, so the only thing left is those drawers. Now let me get up. Ooh, my knees, owie. Oh, okay, I'm up. I'll pause you and I'll be right back. So I just wanted to show you, this is the view I see outside. This is why I wanted so badly to move those two dressers from there. Because look at that. Isn't that a beautiful view? I can see all my flowers. Okay, my eyes are up here. So that's what I get to see. I get to see all my plants out there. And at night, those lights light up. It is so pretty. I love this view. Okay, so now we're going to go into that dresser. And I'm not going to nitpick. I'm just going to go quickly through it. Now, remember those two dressers, they're now one on either side of my bed, just like at the house. Originally, when we moved here, they were here in the window. So the way I put things in the drawer was, okay, if there's paint in here, there's paint in that one. If there's glue here, there's tape in that one. If there's greeting cards in here, there'll be like wrapping paper in there, or it'll be ribbon or something. Like they would be side by side all the way down. So I still have to rearrange that. But in the meantime, this is acrylic paint and the house paint, the samples. And that's it in here. This one is my hot glue gun. That's the case for my hot glue gun. All the different glues, the backup, glue sticks. I have extra from the dollar store. Spray adhesive, command strips, and felt pads. And then in here is all the cards, greeting cards, unused, because the used ones go in with my journaling stuff. And this my daughter gave me. It was for Valerie's birthday, or no, baby shower. These were the cards and envelope that we had used to make invitations. And so that's what was left, and she didn't want it. She didn't want to keep it. And here is ribbon, but this ribbon is not a material ribbon. This ribbon, along with all these others, are for wrapping presents. So these ribbons, bows, balloons, and the pump for the balloon. The party drawer, I guess. And then down here is all beads. Beads, beads, and more beads. Oh, and my grommet thing. To do the grommets. You know what? I should keep this up here with the jewelry kit. There. Okay. And then I'll know where it is instead of thinking, where did I put that thing? Okay, so that drawer is done. Now we'll go on this side, and this drawer will be just as quick. And my pillow's in the way. Okay, let's move this pillow and my vest because now it's too hot to wear it. All right. Nope, we need green to purple. All right, that looks good. All right. So just like that was acrylic paints, this is watercolor. Oh, and pastel and glitter. Oh, I guess this drawer holds more. The daubers for it. The doggy pads that you put down before you start painting. Protect your surface. I got some gloves in here. I got some sparkly paints. I got the dish for water. I also have these that you can use for water. These are the ones for the glue. The refill. Huh. This one has a lot more in it. Oh, I got the black foam ones too. And then this is for when I make that paint with the cornstarch, sort of like plaster of Paris. You could use these things, palette knives, for on your stencils so that you can make a texture. Yeah, so I want to toy around with that. This drawer over there is glues. Here it's washi tape and packing tape, duct tape, two-sided square. Oh no, this is the full. So this is two-sided tape. This is the gauze for medical. You can use it to stamp on, and it's peel and stick. I got some magnets in here for when you have a flap in your journal and you want it to stick. But I think these magnets might be too big. I'm not sure. And then this is a two-sided tape, the skinny one. And this is gold leafing and silver leafing and all that. And then Christmas labels, peel and stick. Yeah, so these are all the tapes. And then here is tissue paper and napkins. Where does that go? Let's see in there. Yeah, basically, oh yeah, there's this stuff too, which I thought would be nice on the border of a page too. I just don't know how it will react with glue. Do you glue it down? Do you use two-sided tape, which I hear is not good for long term? So I don't know. I still got to figure that out. And then this is all envelopes and bags. You can get presents in. But you can also use it in the journal, some of them, depending what style. These are all the brown bags and the candy bags kind of thing. These are for the journals. But I figure if I have a drawer of bags, why don't I put them all together? And then down here is more beads and sequins and eyeballs and all that kind of stuff. Same as the other side. And that's it. We're done. I don't think there's anything else anywhere else. We are done. So after all that, thank you for your patience if you're still with me. I will say thank you. Remember, do what makes you happy and everything else will fall into place. Take care, everybody. I'll see you on the next one.